In the world of royalty, everything that the young members of the royal family do is watched under a microscope. But recently, Princess Charlotte of Cambridge has left the world in awe with an unexpected act that had everyone talking. This is not your typical royal behaviour. This one's a true shocker, from her grace to her poise. Princess Charlotte has always had a way of capturing hearts. But this time, it wasn't just her charm or her royal duties that caught the spotlight. It was something much more unexpected. Stay with us as we break down this moment that has everyone buzzing from the details. You didn't catch to the royal reactions, you haven't heard yet, trust us. You don't want to miss a second of this one. It all started when Princess Charlotte was attending a public event with her parents, Prince William and Catherine Middleton. The royal family often participates in public engagements, from charity events to official ceremonies. But this particular occasion was different. What happened that day was completely unanticipated, even for royal watchers who have followed this young princess since she was born. Princess Charlotte, the second child of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, is no stranger to being in the spotlight with her elder brother, Prince George, and her younger brother, Prince Louis. She's become quite the public figure. But despite the royal expectations placed upon her, Charlotte has managed to stay relatively grounded until now. At this event, the focus was supposed to be on her parents. But then she did something that no one could have predicted, as her parents were engaged in a conversation with some officials. Charlotte did the unthinkable. She broke away from the crowd and did something completely spontaneous. What exactly did Princess Charlotte do that had everyone in shock? Well, the moment was nothing short of a surprise. While most of the crowd was focused on the main event, Charlotte decided to make her own little impact. She stepped forward out of the spotlight of her parents and walked up to the microphone that had been set up for a speech. Now, let's be clear. Here, this wasn't just any random microphone. This was an official, state-sanctioned piece of equipment, and Princess Charlotte, who's known for her impeccable manners and calm demeanour, was about to do something truly remarkable. She took the microphone, looked up at the crowd, and did something that immediately had heads turning. With a quick smile, she started speaking. "Yes, you read that right?" Princess Charlotte spoke into the microphone. At first, no one really knew what to expect. The crowd was stunned in his silence, unsure of what they were witnessing. Some might have even wondered if she was going to recite something royal, perhaps a well-rehearsed line or two. But instead, what she did next stunned the crowd in a way no one could have foreseen. Princess Charlotte didn't. The reaction just speak about royal duties or formalities. She spoke directly to the crowd, sharing something that was as unexpected as it was heartwarming. Her words were simple, yet they left everyone in the room feeling something profound. "I just wanted to say, thank you for being here," she said, in a voice that was both sincere and playful. "It means a lot to us, and we hope you have a great time." The audience was in complete shock. The formality of the event immediately gave way to the unexpected charm of the young princess. It wasn't the kind of speech one would expect from a member of the royal family, especially one so young, but it was exactly what everyone needed. The response to Princess Charlotte's unexpected act was immediate. And it wasn't just the audience at the event that was reacting. The entire world seemed to take notice. Social media erupted with fans from across the globe commenting on the moment. People were simply amazed at how natural and genuine Charlotte was in that brief moment, in a world where royal appearances can sometimes feel stiff or overly rehearsed. First, this moment felt different. It felt like a glimpse of the future, a future where the young royals might not just carry on tradition, but also carve their own paths, showing a side of themselves that is both relatable and refreshing. The press coverage was swift and extensive. News outlets from all over the world picked up the story, with many describing it as a shocking moment of vulnerability and warmth. Royal observers began to talk about how this could be a turning point for the younger generation of royals, especially for someone like Princess Charlotte, who's often seen as more reserved compared to her brothers. But perhaps the most touching reactions came from people who saw Charlotte's words as a simple act of kindness, a reminder of the power of gratitude and a glimpse into the personality of the young princess was. Many years, the standards ruling the line of the British throne favoured male heirs. Boys automatically move ahead of female siblings even if the girls are older. Queen Victoria's first child was a daughter, Princess Victoria, born in 1840, but her second child, a son born in 1841, immediately became her heir and was later crowned King Edward VII. Fortunately, as societal. Thinking about gender has changed over the next few decades. The old rules were seen as biased, even if it was hereditary. So eventually, several European monarchies such as Sweden and Denmark reformed their rules of succession to apply in order of birth. In 2011, during a meeting of the heads of governments of the Commonwealth, the legislation to end gender bias in the order of succession was fully agreed to, and some outdated rules, like some of the rules on succession, just don't make sense to us anymore. The legislation was introduced when the Duchess of Cambridge was pregnant with her first child, and ensured that the baby, whether a boy or girl, would be William's heir. The couple had a son. First Prince George in 2013, and then a daughter, Princess Charlotte, in 2015. Princess Charlotte now maintains her place as fourth in line behind her grandfather. Father and older brother Prince Louis's birth has not knocked her out of the order. So it is possible she could still become queen one day and have her title changed or returned. Or Princess Charlotte could soon have her title changed to Princess Royal. Princess Royal is one of the most prominent titles in the royal family and is reserved for the eldest daughter of the monarch. The title not only honours the royals' lineage, but also recognises involvement in the family business. At the moment, Princess Anne, who is named the hardest working member of the royal family for 2018, holds the Princess Royal title. She's a full-time working royal who has simultaneously been the picture of a modern, independently minded member of the family. There have only been 7 princesses royal in British royal history, so if Princess Anne is still using the title when Prince William becomes king, Charlotte will not be able to take it. However, gender equal succession could mean that Charlotte will be granted the chance in the future and be a senior working member of the royal family after finishing her education. Charlotte will most likely do charity work and perform her royal duties. We are sure that then and even now, Princess Charlotte will be amazing. So far, she's distinguished herself in normal ways, such as being a smart, spirited child with a 1,000-watt smile. She's a devoted big sister who dotes on her little brother Prince Louis, whom she happily shared her official 3rd birthday portrait with in 2018. She's even a charmer with a spot on Royal Wave. Her parents adoringly call her Lottie, and she loves olives and the colour pink in her free time. She takes ballet at Thomas's Battersea School, as does Prince George, and the 2 siblings get along well, physically speaking, too. How could we forget? Charlotte looked much like the Queen as a little girl, and she too may be a natural-born leader, like Granny with Prince Charles, Prince William, and Prince George. First, second, and third in line to succeed her. Britain stands to have a series of kings in the future, but amazingly, the updated law of succession means that a future princess could one day be born to be queen. In conclusion, this moment so significant after all, it wasn't a groundbreaking political speech or a major royal duty. It was at its core a simple thank you message, but that's exactly what made it stand out so much. Princess Charlotte's unguarded, genuine expression of gratitude spoke volumes in a world that's often divided. Her words brought people together, reminding them the impact of the importance of kindness, humility, and appreciation for the royal family. This moment also holds significance. In another way, it demonstrated that the younger generation, particularly Charlotte, is beginning to show her own personality and confidence. Even at such a young age, she didn't follow the traditional script that's often expected of royal children. She didn't wait for permission. She simply acted in a way that felt right to her in that moment. This has led many to speculate that as she grows older, Charlotte could be the one to bring a fresh new energy to the royal family. while her brothers, Prince George and Prince Louis, each have their own strengths. Charlotte's unique ability to connect with people on a personal level could very well make her one of the most beloved royals in the future. As expected, the royal family's reaction to Princess Charlotte's impromptu speech was one of pride and support. Prince William and Catherine Middleton were seen smiling with pride as they watched their daughter take the microphone. The couple has always encouraged their children to be confident and independent, and this moment seemed to reflect those values in interviews. Following the event, both Prince William and Catherine spoke warmly of their daughter's confidence and how proud they were of her for stepping up in such an unexpected way. Catherine, in particular, expressed how Charlotte had always been confident in her own abilities, and it was no surprise to her that Charlotte had decided to take this opportunity to speak to the public. "She's always been a little ball of energy," Catherine said with a laugh. "We're so proud of her for speaking from the heart." The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge were of course cautious about encouraging too much attention on Charlotte, as she's still quite young. But they also expressed a deep sense of admiration for the grace and maturity she showed in handling the moment. So what does this unexpected act mean for Princess Charlotte moving forward? It's clear that this moment has already had a major impact both on her and on the world. While many people are excited to see more of this spontaneous side of her, it's also important to remember that Charlotte is still very young. There will likely be many more moments where she surprises us, whether it's through a thoughtful gesture or a moment of light-heartedness. For now, we can only speculate on what the future holds for this young princess. Could she become a key player in the royal family as she matures? Will she continue to break tradition and show the world that royals don't always have to follow the same old script? Only time will tell. But one thing's for certain, Princess Charlotte has already begun to carve her own path, and we can't wait to see what's the next. Well, there you have it. The moment that left the world talking about Princess Charlotte and her unexpected act. It just goes to show that sometimes the simplest moments can have the biggest impact. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on Charlotte as she continues to grow and evolve in the royal spotlight. Do you think Charlotte's act will change the way we view royal duties in the future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon for more updates on the royal family and all things celebrity. Thanks for watching.